Hello friends, my name is Emile and welcome back to some more Gran Turismo 2. Today we are continuing on with our Let's Play. This is episode 15 and in today's episode, well, we are going to be driving another British car because of course we are. And we're going to be driving an Aston Martin. And we are going to be driving possibly the prettiest car ever made. Not this one. Wrong car. Right car. There we go. Excellent. Yes. Very pretty car. I absolutely adore the looks of the DB7. It looks fantastic, even here in Gran Turismo 2. Anyways, we're going to buy this thing because we are doing the Gran Touring race, I believe it's called, something like that. Essentially, it involves a bunch of Gran Tourers, and by Gran Tourers, this game means Supras and Camaros. But I decided not to go with a Supra or a Camaro or a Skyline because I'd rather go with DB7 because it's prettier. And it can, I don't know, it might work. Well, it will work, because if it doesn't work, we'll just put super softs on it. Anyways, first thing I've done is weight reduction, because that's one thing this car definitely is going to need. Other things I'm going to do, I'm going to upgrade the brakes, just as a precaution. And the horsepower limit for the first race is 394. Now, the next race is 443, and then the next race is 591. So this car is just going to get upgraded and upgraded and upgraded as the races go on, but for now I'm not going to upgrade it because 380 horsepower is enough. I'm also not going to do anything to the tyres for the first race. Speaking of the first race, there's the thing, Grand Touring Car Trophy, there you go. Anyway, speaking of the first race, we are going to Red Rock Valley. Okay, so we are here at Red Rock Valley and we are surrounded by a bunch of, well, I'm not going to lie, pretty fearful opponents. We've got a 3000 GT, a Corvette. Yeah, we may struggle a little bit in this first race here. We'll have to see how the DB9 does. To be honest with you, I haven't really driven this car all that much in GT2, but I saw the words Grand Touring or GT cars and I knew I had to go with this. Also, as a bit of a precursor to the next episode, yeah, the next car will also be British. Just throwing that out there. What's in the lead? It's a Camaro. A Camaro is beating a C4. Okay, sure, Gran Turismo, sure. Luckily, it's a 97 Camaro, which I've got to admit, I do quite like the 97 Camaro. It's probably one of my favourite Camaros. But knowing GM quality control in the 90s, that thing will probably fall to pieces before it ever finishes the race, which will be quite good. Although then again, I am driving an Aston Martin, so I can't really say anything. However, this Aston Martin was built by Ford, which means it's a little bit better, I guess. Anyways, I really don't know what parts of this are out of the Ford and what parts are not. I know apparently like the aerial and stuff might be, or is that the... Was it this car? No, I believe it might have been the Jaguar XK. That Clarkson was, he had it on Top Gear and he was saying how the aerial is actually from an old Ford Mondeo. I believe that could have been a Jaguar XK, although I could be wrong on that. Also, another thing I could be wrong on is, I believe, yeah, while this game was a thing, hey look, the Corvette, oh, I've only got 5 gears, really? Really? I've only got 5 speed and I top out at 220 kilometers an hour. That's how fast is 220 kilometers? Ooh, 120 is, I don't even know. Speed. Yes, there you go. It is a speed. I don't know. Hey, look, 3-lap race. I only thought it was the I've got to be perfectly honest with you, actually. This is some sincerity from me. I don't think I ever did this race series ever in the history of me playing Gran Turismo 2. So, yeah, this is as new for me as it is for you lot. Unless it's not new for you and you've already played Gran Turismo 2 a hell of a lot and 100%ed it. Which I assume for many of you, you probably played this as a kid and probably didn't 100% it because no one as a kid had the patience to 100% this game. I remember most of my time was just spent going around Red Rock Valley and tuning silly vehicles like Vauxhall Corsas and seeing if I could turn them into supercar beaters. Hint, I don't know how it went because I don't actually remember all that far back. Anyway, 180 is 120 miles per hour. So this thing only gets to like 140 and then runs out of gears apparently. I don't know, I'm going to put a 6-speed in it. I will probably put a fully customizable one in because this game has a, well, to be fair, even the modern Gran Turismos have a tendency of putting really short gear ratios in when you select a 6-speed or an upgraded gearbox in anything. So yeah, definitely going to be upgrading. Oh Christ, I don't know why no game can ever get that right. Like Gran Turismo, the gears are way too short when you put in a customized 6-speed gearbox or a 5-speed, or just right. When you upgrade the gearbox on Gran Turismo, for whatever reason, it makes the gears very short. On Forza, for whatever reason, when you put an upgraded gearbox in, like a race gearbox, it makes the gear ratios ridiculously long, especially in Forza 6. Although that being said, in Forza 6, like, I don't know, I think there's some bugs on that tuning menu because like the gear ratios are a bit messed up and aren't quite as short or aren't quite as long as the game makes them out to be. So, anyways, understeer. I am hopefully gonna beat that Camaro to the line. A few things that need doing to this car: a new gearbox and new tyres, definitely, are first on my list of modifications to make, other than add a lot of horsepower to it. Anyways, yeah, DB7 and then the Camaro in second, Mustang in third, Corvette Grand Sport in fourth, got beat by a Camaro, R34, got beat by a Camaro, 3000 GT, my favourite car, yeah. Anyways, let's not speak about that, it got beaten by a Camaro. Just let that sink in, a Camaro. I mean, a 90s Camaro at that. Anyways, we get 10 grand and we get a new car. I have no idea what the new car is, so let's go and find out. A bloody 90s Camaro. Anyway, let's head over to the garage and see what we have got. We have got a... Ooh. Okay. Okay, I will take a GT 3000 race car. You might come in handy, actually, for something later on. So, yeah, we'll keep you for a while, unless this wants to throw some even better price cars at me. If you want to throw some more GT 300 and GT 500 race cars at me, then yeah, certainly, I will take those. Anyways, time for some tuning, because this car needs tuning. It needs racing slicks, definitely. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, that first race was probably one of the closest races we've had in this series for quite a while, but you know me, we can't have close races. That's just, we can't do it, guys. There you go, look, close scaring, super close scaring. No, I don't want to do that. Please let me have my own gearbox so I can choose what I want. Thank you. Anyways, mufflers, yes. I refuse to put a turbocharger on an Aston. I don't even know if you can put a turbocharger on an Aston. Yeah, in case you're wondering, I saw the DB11. It got launched at some motor show. Don't like it. Really, oh god, I'm gonna have to turbocharge this thing. I'm worse than Aston Martin. God damn it. Anyways, yeah, I hate that thing. I wouldn't mind it, but it's because it's a turbocharged Aston, and Aston Martin should never be turbocharged. Ever. So, there you go. Anyway, that's my opinion on the DB11. Other than that, like, the front end's kind of nice. I like the new front end. The rear end is hideous. I have no idea what they were thinking when they put that bloody rear end in. Oh, by the way, I'm fully upgrading this thing. I'm wasting money on it, but whatever. May as well. And there we go. I'm going to do some... Well, actually, I'm going to do this episode, I'm going to do the next episode, and I'm probably going to call it for the night. And maybe do some grinding tonight and a bit tomorrow, because there's a couple of cars I want for the next lineup of events that I don't think I've got the money for yet. So, yeah, there's a few cars I've got an idea on. Anyways, we head over to the next race, which is at Grand Valley. I believe this is one of the first times we've actually been to Grand Valley in this Let's Play. So, yeah, exciting times. Take 2. There's no Corvette in this race, thank Christ. Yeah, that Corvette is apparently quite quick. Not the Camaro that time round, it was a Corvette that kind of screwed me over. And I screwed myself over, because it turns out, despite having a lot more power now, the Aston Martin isn't much nicer to drive on Super Sauce, and it's a little bit slow. And I also made the gears a little bit too long, so yeah. Anyways, keep an eye out for this first corner, because apparently it's claiming lots of victims. So yeah, anyways, I guess I would kind of want to speak about why I don't like the idea of turbocharging an Aston Martin. And, you know, a lot of people have asked me, you know, why don't you like the idea of turbocharging Astons? You know, turbocharged technology is really good nowadays. You know, it's fantastic, it's great. And I will agree with you, you know, turbo cars are brilliant these days. There's virtually no lag on them. They've refined the turbos, they've made them much more natural. They're great. The issue I've got is it doesn't seem right to me to turbocharge an Aston Martin. You know, sort of an example I just thought of is, it's kind of like turbocharging a Corvette. Would you really want a turbocharged Corvette? I mean, really? Now, admittedly, in the case of the DB11, it's nowhere near as bad as I first thought it was. For those of you who don't know, you're probably newer to the channel. I've actually had some, quite a few subs come up since that video that I made. I believe I made that video. I made the video back on Horizon 2, for Christ's sakes. But anyways, I made a video just sort of talking about Aston Martin's new plans, and originally in that video, oop, there we go, the Supra almost went out. I've got to be careful of this corner, it's been eating me up, it ate me up. Anyways, like, in that video I discussed about Aston Martin's new plans, and apparently they had, they were going to start buying engines from Mercedes. They was going to start buying the AMG GTS units. Now, you see, that I wasn't happy about, because they were like 4-litre V8s, I think. You know, I'm sure they're perfectly fine engines. I'm not a huge fan of the GTS. I think it's there. But, you know, anyway, let's see if anyone gets wiped out by this corner quickly. The Supra, ooh, the Supra just about held it. Is everyone else holding it? Oh, that's a shame. That corner was just eating people up in the first thing. Everyone span off there. But anyways, you know, like, they originally planned to get these 4-litre V8s, and that I was definitely against, because really, but, you know, they've pulled that back now. I believe they're on 5.2-litre V12, and I believe is it a twin-turbo, the DB11? Might be. I like the fact that they've kept the V12. I think that was something which was kind of important to Aston. You know, I get V12s have sort of had their day now, you know. We're not going to see too many more V12 engines. The fact that the Aventador had a V12 engine has shocked most people. Will the next big Lambo have one? I'm hoping so. But, I mean, we can't be certain. But I'm glad they kept the V12 at least. Because, you know, that's sort of a big part of the Aston Martins. There's always been big V12 engines. You know, sure, they're pretty good at making V8s. I mean, look at the V8 Vantage. That was a good car. And so on, but V12s on the big Astons, I think that's just, it's sort of a prestige thing, and I just don't feel like turbochargers, like naturally aspirated engines, I just don't feel like turbochargers are as prestigious. You know, I mean, let's be honest, turbochargers 20 years ago were basically exclusively fitted to Evos and slightly faster hatchbacks. You know, they weren't fitted to these sort of big mainstream cars like TVRs and stuff like that. You know, they weren't on those cars. But nowadays, you know, they're starting to creep on there because of the environment and all the rest of this bollocks, which I don't want to get into, because... But, yeah. It just doesn't feel right on the Aston Martins. You know, they're all about big displacement, big naturally aspirated engines that make a great noise, and, you know, are super natural on the power and everything. I mean, the DB11, it might be a great car, it might be a fantastic car. You know, I have no doubt Aston Martin will make a good car out of that car. You know, Aston Martin, I'm just trying to think. I can't think of any Aston Martin that I've ever not liked. And that's why they're one of my favourite manufacturers. That's why the Vanquish is, and even this DB7, you know, they're some of my favourite cars ever. I absolutely adore the new Vanquish. I think it looks absolutely amazing, and the engine's great and everything like that. I just hope Aston can make good out of the DB11, because at the moment, with all the rumours I've heard and so on about like the 4-litre V8s and stuff like that, I just have this horrible feeling that when the V8 Vantage finally dies, or the Vantage S or whatever they're calling it these days, I've got a feeling they're going to put these 4-litre V8s into them, and that will probably be the first Aston Martin where I go, no, I would never want that in my garage, ever. I hope I'm kind of conveying what sort of my point. It's like turbocharging a Lamborghini. Let's just put it that way. Like, Lamborghinis would not be right if they were turbocharged. So, superchargers, definitely. Unfortunately, supercharging is something which is pretty dead at this point. I don't think anyone's ever going to make another supercharged car, to be honest with you, because it's just not good for fuel consumption and all the rest of that bollocks. But anyways, we are across the line. That was a long-ass race. Again, what is that in last place? Please don't be the 3000 GT. Oh, it's the Mustang. Oh, American cars can't take corners. Ha 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 ha. Anyways, we won that race. We got £20,000, and I spoke a load of bollocks to you, which hopefully you can understand. Tell me down below. Do you think Aston? Do you think I'm right? Do you think I'm wrong? I don't know. Anyways, let's go find out what car we have got. Okay, let's head on over to the garage and see what we have won. We have won a Mugen SX. Again, another car which could come in handy later on. Hint, hint, hint. That one's actually pretty, yeah. Anyways, let's go ahead and go over to Aston Martin and ask them, please sir, can I have some more turbo? Because I need some more turbo in my life. So yeah, let's go and get some more turbocharging. Turbocharged power. Yes. Anyways, turbocharger, yes. I want you. I want 531 horsepower for 14.5 grand. Yes. I want that in my life. Right. Anyways, before we go any further, I believe I checked this before. No, we can't intercool it. I did pretty much everything else to this vehicle, unless maybe you can increase the displacement. I doubt it. Nope, you can't. Excellent. Right. I am going to put slightly better suspension on this thing as well. I'm going to go with the semi-racing suspension. Probably do a few bits to it, just to make this car a little bit more planted, hopefully eliminate some more of that understeer. I would race modify it, but it would ruin the looks, and I don't really want to do that, so yeah. Anyways, we head on over to our final event of the day, which is going to be at the Midfield Raceway. Anyways, here we are at the Midfield Raceway, and we're surrounded by the same bloody cars that we've had to deal with in the past few events, so yay, 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 let's get on with this, let's go, go, go! There's 2 Camaros in this race, I believe, because, yay, Camaros. I'm surprised they managed to arrive here. I'm sorry, I'm going to stop bullying the Camaros. I've been basically bullying Camaros this entire episode. When I'm not bullying the turbocharged Astons, I'm bullying Camaros, apparently. No, I'll stop now. No, the 3000 GT died, I think. I don't know. Was there a 3000? I believe it was a 3000 GT. Anyways, bye-bye Camaro. Hopefully you break down. Bye-bye Corvette. Hopefully you don't come back. What is that white thing? Please don't be another Camaro. It is. Oh, it's a 3000 GT, I think. Aha! Yes, it's a 3000 GT. It lives. It lives. Maintain second place, buddy. You go. You go, friend. You go. You make mincemeat of them. To be fair, I could have showed up in the 3000 GT now that I think about it. Even though that car actually had way too much power. I believe how much did I have in that car? It was like 690 horsepower or something ridiculous like that. Yeah, that was a pretty insane car, to say the least. Anyways, apparently lots of cars have spun out there. Probably the Camaros. Probably because they can't turn corners. Because American cars can't turn corners. Ha 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 ha. Anyways, I'm sorry. I know American cars can turn corners. Don't hate me for that. I mean, hell, I haven't driven one in real life, obviously, but in pretty much every game I've played, the 2013 Dodge Viper, that thing is an amazing handling car. That thing, like, embarrasses most European cars with how well that thing takes corners, and it's got 640 horsepower, and it looks fantastic, and it's brilliant in every single way, and I love that car dearly. I don't... Some people are saying they're stopping production of the Vipers. It's going to be sad if they do, because again, it's one of those sort of last crazy cars out there, really, that aren't turbocharged and so on and so forth. I mean, the 8.4 in that is amazing. Although, to be fair, like, I'd be fine if they came out with, like, a Dodge Viper that had, like, a reworked engine, but let's say it was, like, I don't know, a 6-litre V10, but it was, like, twin-charged. Now, that I would pay to see. In fact, that actually sounds a lot like the Zenvo ST1. I wish that car would appear in a game at some point. Like, I know it's horrible and it will set fire to itself and everything, but the Zenvo ST1, that thing is... that thing is a mental car. I absolutely love that thing. It's great. I just love the silliness of that car. I would never ever buy one. Just throwing that out there, but I would kind of like to see that in a video game. So, you know, Turn 10, please. Please let it be you. Don't let it be Drive Club again. Because, oh wait, no, it can't be Drive Club. It's dead. I don't know. If I ever get a PS4, I'll probably get Drive Club. But will I ever get a PS4? Probably not, because I don't really see the point of it at this point, because there's no games that I actually want to play on a PS4 that I can't just play on an Xbox One. You know, I'm not that interested in Drive Club. GT Sport, it's gonna be like 200 cars, and I'm not interested in that. Gran Turismo 7, you know, if that comes out and they say, hey, we've got 1800 cars, and it's kind of like GT6, but we've improved a lot of things, I'll be like, yeah, sure, I'll have a PS4, thank you. But for now, yeah. To be fair, I was going to buy a Wii U at some point, but, yeah. Wii U. Anyways, let's stop bullying everything. This is the episode of just bullying everything. If you like anything I discuss in this video, please know I am somewhat being sarcastic. Kind of. I don't know. I'm exaggerating a bit. Anyways, the Corvette came in second, Camaro in third, Skyline in fourth. God, the 3000 GT got last. I asked you to get... Oh, God damn it. The Camaros are just all dominating, apparently, in this game, even though they suck. Anyway, we won 30 grand, which pays for all of the upgrades I made to this car, and we get a new car acquired. Let's go and find out what it is. Okay, let's head over to the garage and see what we have got. We have got another thingy car. That one. It's got 702 horsepower. Huh. I don't know which one of those. I prefer the NSX, if I'm honest. I'm not a huge fan of the livery on that one, but yeah. Anyways, friends, that was the Grand Touring Trophy. That's what it was called. Join me next time where we're going to be tackling the pure sports car race. So anyways, until then, farewell.